So ball thrown up by the umpire in the middle of the ground. They have the top. Wilson again gives an armchair ride to McDonald that comes through, and he kicks the ball out wide, goes towards centre wing, and McDonald tries to follow up. He's got Jolly in pursuit, tries to fend off. He's able to get round, needs to use the ball, got the handball away, only just into the hands of Grant, and Grant looks up and goes into the forward line. Witterson's pushed off the ball, but he's had it underneath him for a short time. Again, the ball on the half-forward line, umpire stands. Now he's given a push. Who's it going to? Which way?
I don't think you'd know today. You can't push a bloke like that.
Looks like it's going to Jennings. He's the last man off the ground. So Jennings now will be the recipient of the free kick. So Jennings just with the ball. He's going to go boundary line. Out wide, leading up is Evans, the only one that went for the ball. He plays on, needs to, and they need to get things rolling. Ball comes out wide. Wright has the ball in front of himself, runs inside 50, chips towards Jarks. Jarks with that nicely, and he has taken a mark and go back and kick the first goal of the last quarter.
Good footy, well done, Evans. He's not, tell you what, he ain't going to lay down, this big fella. He's just throwing himself in every minute of the game. And I've just had it on good authority from one of the most knowledgeable blokes in North Geelong that Daniel Key's done a hamstring.
Okay, so that's why he's not back after half-time. But it's Jarks now with the responsibility to get Belmont up and rolling, and that looks pretty nice off the boot. And he also has 5 for the afternoon. That 9th goal now for Belmont. They're 9-4. They trail North Geelong on 17-13. Morris Finance final chorus scoreboard. We have gone just on 1.5 minutes.
Again, really good football from Belmont. Maybe has the pressure dropped off. Look, I think if I was North Geelong coaching staff, I wouldn't be happy with this. I mean, you'd be happy with a 10-goal third quarter, but I don't think you'd be happy in the long run. I think they've got to go on and kick another 4 or 5 this quarter against it just to prove that they're playing good enough football. But Belmont are not going to try and let, on the other end, what they've got to try and do is kick a few there and just try and make it a decent performance.
So the ball back in the middle of the ground once again. The umpire has balled it up, and it's O'Connor who tried to get from the contest, was unable to with the tackle of Gerard. And again, we'll have another ball up to take place. Cricket pitch area. Wilson up over the top, taps it down towards McDonald. He can't pick it up. Evans went after it, and he was tackled high, said the umpire. And he's going to be rewarded with the free kick. So Evans now, got the running player coming past, uses Jubber. Jubber from right in the middle of the ground, kicks into their half-forward line, but only as far as Luke Wilson. Ball gets over his head. Again, the ball at ground level. And North Geelong has a player dragged that underneath him, but umpire said it was okay. No prior opportunity there. I think Brockenshire was the player. He gets off the ground, a little bit ginger. Evans is pushed down this time to do the ruck work. Wilson tries to reach over the top, got the ball down. The ball runs towards centre half forward, and again, the numbers around are going to suggest the umpire will take possession.
A bit of an experience there from Jed Evans. He jogged down to that contest and got there too late, and it was completely out of play. Now he's been sent back as a kick behind the play.
So it's at centre half forward once again, and the umpire is going to come back, and we're going to have their third ball up in as many minutes. Now he's just tossing the ball up. There's a lot of players around it. Someone can clear the space. It'll be good. Bruns tries to burst his way through. Did nicely to Elmer. He looked one way, then came out the other side. Right boot goes into the half-forward line. Hearn leads in the race for the ball. But again, opposition went out there. This time it was Smith. Got the handball away. Put his teammate under pressure in Fletcher. He was tackled, brought to ground. And the umpire again in to take possession of the ball. So we're just on 4 minutes in the final quarter. It is 17-13. North Geelong 9-4 to the Belmont Lions.
Jed Evans gets a double-handed tap down to Jolly. Jolly gets it across to O'Connell, who's gone out of the game after a brilliant first half. He's dragged to the ground. Ball's not going anywhere. Umpire has said.
Yes, it is.
O'Connell has got a high tackle, and he will come out with the ball. First clear possession he's had for quite some time. At a neat, low ball into the forward line. Coming out was LeBrook, couldn't hold it. It's Hahn who comes forward for Belmont Lions. Lux of Fortune, full back, comes out, overruns the ball. Ball's quickly picked up by Jark.
I think he's still got
forward, it. And I think he's kicked it off the ground. Is that LeBrook for a goal?
Hahn, I think.
Hahn it was, yes.
One of the two.
And Jarks is down and in a great deal of discomfort at centre half forward after kicking that. So we'll just check on how he's travelling. Hopefully it's not a serious leg injury. Might have just got winded, I think. Anyway, a very important 10th goal for Belmont. That 10-4-64 North Geelong 17-13, 115, and Grubby, you've got to be pleased that they are really cracking in after a disappointing third quarter.
Well, I knew they would because they're that type of side. They haven't got the class of a North Geelong and the other sides, but they've just cracked in all day. They got bashed off the park in the third quarter, and that could probably say, oh, they haven't dropped thrown the towel in. They're having to go all the way to the finish.
So back in the middle, Jed Evans, who's
Look at that.
not really attacking the ball with much ferocity, and Luke Wilson again wins an easy tap out. The ball is kicked forward by North Geelong. Widdowson is first there. He's knocked off the ball. It bobbles back into play. A stack of players getting on. The umpire is going to have to blow the whistle. And the umpire's physical condition, I reckon he might have wounded himself a bit, but he's got to get all the way over there and throw the ball up.
I'll tell you what.
I reckon that umpire might have sustained a little bit of an injury through the afternoon.
Well, he looks like he's struggling, the big fella Evans, and the problem there is blokes like Luke Wilson with his height, they don't get any shorter as the game goes
on. It
on.
looks like Wilson's got him intimidated, just won't attack the ball like he was in the first half.
I reckon he's buggered.
Anyway, Wilson again, this time just looking at
you
Wilson,
can't
not
do
the
that
ball.
either.
That's a shepherd.
That is
should have been
You
penalised.
cannot do that.
O'Connor for Belmont Lions picks up the crumb, kicks down the line, looking for Ben Evans. He can't hold the mark. Over the back of the pack, coming on there was Lees. Lees can't get away with the ball. Ben Evans comes in again, wins the ball. Hand passes out to O'Connell. He can't get away. Players being tackled to the ground. Comes out to McDonald for North Geelong. He neatly kicks the ball down. Reece Tompkins takes a mark on the centre wing for North Geelong. He kicks down the line looking for Widdowson. He can't hold the mark, but he butters up really, really well. Kicks forward, but it's gone out on the full after he was tackled just as he kicked it. And the Belmont Lions will take the free kick through Nathan Jennings, I should say, in the back pocket for Belmont Lions. It's a 115-64, 7 minutes into the Morris Finance last quarter. Kicked down the line, but McDonald for North Geelong comes in and takes an uncontested mark. On centre wing, on the outer side of Osborne Park, Keith Barclay Oval. Kick back into the middle of the ground, finds the Premier, Dan Andrews. He kicks it across to free-running Balaki down the half-back flank. He kicks down to the forward line looking for Hearn. Doesn't quite get to him. Nathan Bissett picks up the crumb. He's tackled just before he handballs. Wright comes in, dodges a couple. He's knocked off the ball. Balaki
that's not
comes
a tackle,
in and
that's
wins
a bump.
possession. Yeah, that's a good point.
So that's not a free kick either.
Bumped off the ball, couldn't kick it, and has been deemed to be incorrect disposal, but you certainly have to be tackled for that to happen.
You have to be tackled. It was a bump. I reckon he missed a couple, and the one he shouldn't have paid, he paid. Play on's a call. Bibbs run on.
He has indeed. Kicked into the goal square. Davis comes up. Can't take the mark, but kicks it over his shoulder and kicks an 18th goal for the North Geelong side, and that was a bit of laziness and lack of confrontation from the Belmont Lions defenders there, I would imagine. It is 8 minutes into the final quarter. 121 plays 64. Grubby, that was a bit disappointing from the Lions.
Look, I think they've run out of steam, mate. I reckon they've given everything they've got. They were fantastic till half-time. A lot of people thought they might have been blown out of the water early. They hung on. All right, they got belted in the third quarter, and I just reckon they've run out of gas. And I'll tell you another thing. Scores are all tied up out of Thompson, 71 apiece.
Ooh, that's right. So we're back in the middle of the ground. It's Luke Wilson back in the ruck. This time it's Edwards. Wilson again, a left hand straight into the path of Gerard. He hand passes to Swenninson, but it's intercepted by Lees, and there will be another ball up in the slightly blackened cricket centre wicket area of the North Geelong Oval. Wilson has been shepherded out, probably should have got a free kick, but he's picked up a crumb, neatly gets across to Gerard. He kicks out towards Tompkins. He runs onto it first in front of Jubba, falls to the ground, tries to get possession. Umpire said he was held, and the big fella will take a free kick on the centre wing for North Geelong. Neat little kick looking for Davis. Davis sets himself in the pack, punched away from him. Swenninson pushes opponent off the ball. Widdowson picks up for North Geelong, can't break away. Ball's knocked out of his hands over the boundary line. We'll have another throw in. 121 plays 64, 9.5 minutes into the Morris Finance finals quarter.
What scored?
Old mine scored.
Is that Smithy again? No, it wasn't Smithy. Wow.
Ball back in the play now. Davis front position. Nice tap out. Goes to Elmer. Elmer gives the ball. Went towards the full forward position. Hahn couldn't take the... Sorry, it was Mitch Abib there. Couldn't take the clean mark. Good strong tackle there from Toddy Hearn. Umpire says it was dropping the ball. I'm not too sure he had much prior opportunity to grab or not.
None at all. Look, I've been so wrapped in the umpires we've had over the last few weeks, but these blokes, I'm sorry to say, Keats, but these blokes have been poor today. They haven't been up to the mark.
No, they haven't had a great day.
You know, but
Toddy Hearn with 3 and can kick his 4th. He had 3 in the first. Comes in. Kicks it goal. It's going to go across the face and a long way across the face. Actually, it was Mark still in the field of play. Didn't got the handball away from the back pocket position. It's either a mark or... It's different. What happened there? Just a different bloke kicking in. Oh, now he's been called to play on. Okay, so the ball kicked in from that full-back position. Gets out the back of the contest. Brent Swinnerson will run onto the ball. Has players around him. Can't pick the ball up cleanly. Had support in Davis, got down into Gerard. Gerard tries to, the umpire says he's been pushed in the back, and there's going to be a free kick into North Geelong. And again, the ball comes out quickly, a quick kick round the boundary line. Coming up, the mark is taken by Tompkins. He's got better as the game's got going. Oh, it wasn't paid, so the umpire said, on, ends up in the hands of Swinnerson, goes back to Wilson. This is Anthony. He goes into their forward line. Mark not taken again at ground level. Tom Swinnerson works hard at ground level. Can't take up the ball cleanly. And the umpire stands and says, no, it's coming back to me. So there's going to be another ball up, this time inside forward 50. North Geelong again attacking. Tompkins coming up to do the ruck work. He's going to do it by himself because the opposition ruckman's still getting there. Ball out the back, and umpire says...
He's going to ball this one up.
It is, yes.
Yeah. But he gives no
indication
of what he's going to do, yeah.
I would suggest he's as tired as the players.
He looks like he's struggling a bit, yeah.
Again, the umpire throws it up. Ball comes out of the contest. Gerard, a nice clean pick-up. Got the handball away to Swinnerson. And again, wheels into that left boot. Goes long, back towards the goal square. Wilson in front position. Can't take the mark. The numbers there, Belmont Lions, they run the ball to the boundary line. Fletcher says, no, I've seen enough. I'm going to push it over the boundary or through the goals for a minor score. So it's 18-14 now to North Geelong, 10-4 to the Belmont Lions. With Fletcher doing some kicking in duties. He's going to play on, runs out and kicks out wide, goes towards the centre wing. Mark is taken there by Evans. This is Ben. He gives the handball wide, a little bit slow through the air. It's going to be okay because O'Connell has it. He slips over, a little bit of pressure, short kick round the boundary line. Nice pick up out there on the far side of the ground. Handball is going to be given. Actually, it wasn't given. Ludbrook had a think about it and then handballed over the boundary line. So a throw-in will take place far side of the ground.
A very close game in the footy at Thompson, but great news in the netball world. Thompson have beaten Werribee Centrals, and that's tightened up that competition too. So well done to the Netball Tigers out at Thompson. That's a very big win for them this afternoon.
You bloody beauty.
The ball's about...
Who cares about the netball? We're here at the footy.
Everyone cares about the netball.
No one, I don't.
Davis gets a neat little tap into the path of Swinnerson. He kicks down the line, finds the Premier. The Premier gets it across. No, it was Widdowson to Gerard. Gerard handballs it back, and Widdowson picks up the follow-through, but Jubba comes through and relieves for the Belmont Lions side. But he want to hurry up. He's going to get himself in all sorts of trouble. Neat little hand pass out, kicked away by Fletcher down the line. Over the back of the pack, the Premier nearly takes a screamer. Can't quite control the ball. Oh, intercepted beautifully by Bruns. He kicks down looking for Hearn, and Hearn takes a magnificent juggling, one-handed to the other hand again. Mark?
How many hands he got?
He had three in that particular occasion, and he will have a shot for goal. Just off directly in front. Will kick from about 45, and he had three in a hurry, and we're still waiting for his fourth, Dale, I think. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And he missed one from a very similar spot. Missed it badly a few minutes ago, so I'll see if he's learnt from that. And the man with a very, very funny hair bun comes in and kicks, looks okay off the boot. It is long, it is straight, it is another goal. The 19th, in fact, for the North Geelong side. 19-13, 127. They leave the Belmont Lions in their wake now, and I think it's official. As a lady steps up to the pedestal.
Oh, no.
That was the Morris Finance scoreboard.
Oh,
I don't know who the fat lady is. I know the big fat man's not here today. I couldn't find him at half time. Phil Pott. I don't know where he is. Probably playing with that stupid dog
I think Collingwood are playing. He's probably home watching them on the telly.
Well, I hope they get beat too.
They probably will.
This has gone bad for Belmont because after that third quarter, I thought if they could just sneak a couple of goals in and get beat by 8, then they could draw something out of it. But it's just starting to get really ugly for them.
Well, this is what North Geelong have to do, though, Grub, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I said to you 3 quarters. They have to do this to be happy with the game.
Ball from the middle of the contest. McDonald tries to get out of it. He's tackled, brought to ground. Umpire says no. Coming back to me.
Dick might stay on the couch with his dog Raffy because Collingwood have gone down by 5 goals to Sydney.
Good.
So thrown up again. Again, Davis manoeuvres himself. Hahn out of the contest. Goes wide. Free kick's going to go back to Alex Hahn. And
you nearly said Mitch Hahn again.
I called him before. You put those seeds in my
head.
For
interest's sake, North Melbourne are 5 points in front of Hawthorn 9 minutes into the last quarter.
Oh, Hahn goes out wide. Mark will be taken out there by Evans. Made good position. So he now looks to deliver the ball towards the centre half forward. Goes to there now. Evans, so is this his brother? Are they brothers or not?
No idea.
No idea.
No
anyway, it doesn't
idea.
matter.
They're both big blokes like that.
Ben Evans is going to be going back now and shooting for goal. He hasn't troubled the scoreboard yet this afternoon, so looking at his first of the day. General field kicking says it's okay. Goal kicking, I'll soon let you know. He's offline. So I'll say he's not that great just yet. But 10-5 now to the Belmont Lions, 19-14 to North Geelong and 16.5 gone. Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard.
It is Ryan for the North Geelong side with the ball in the goal square. He runs out of that and then finds Balaki on his own on the half-back flank. And a neat little kick from him down the line. He'll be looking for Phyllis. Phyllis marked strongly in front of the pack, and it was a reasonably strong pack with Evans and Davis behind him. Phyllis's little kick comes out to Wilson. He can't get the ball. Coming through very strongly is young Wright for the Belmont Lions side. And I'll tell you what, he's stacked up pretty well, that young fella. He's battled very hard, done some good work, but
he's not much of
a very
him.
big loss. No, he's only a very little man, but he's having a red-hot go. Gerard comes off for a hard-earned spell. So the ball's been thrown up. It's Jed Evans will be taking place. Wilson comes from behind. Very, very easily wins the tap to Grant. Grant can't get away. The umpire said he has tackled his opponent.
Sun was in his eyes.
Jolly high, and Jolly will take a free kick. Hand pass across to Alex Hahn. He does a magnificent job to get around 2 players and then neatly deposits the ball onto the chest of Lees. Lees waiting for a better option. Kicks forward and finds LeBrook. And he will take a shot from goal. No, he's outside 50.
You can't play on. You can't have advantage of a mark for a start. But I tell you what, I think the ump was going to let it go for a second.
He was.
Jeez.
O'Connell, who can kick a long way, takes the handball and kicks a very, very long way. And marking in the square very, very neatly, I think that's big Ben Evans, who's had a pretty reasonable afternoon. I think he wouldn't be happy with his ruck work in the third quarter, but he's taken a mark almost in the goal square. He'll have to run around on his angle and shoot across the shoulder, as the modern player does, which he does, and has kicked a goal. The 11th for the Belmont Lions. 11-5, 71, North Geelong 19-13, 127, 18 minutes into the Morris Finance last quarter.
Actually, he didn't do that, Rob. He didn't run around. He just took one step. He didn't even run. He just took one step and went bang.
Well, he's tired.
He must have been close enough. But look, Belmont, kick another couple. Try and salvage something out of it. I don't think Anarchy are going to be able to do that because they're on 18 and Inverleigh on 204. Winchelsea 38, East 173.
Oh, my goodness.
Thompson 72, Werribee Central's 90. Bannockburn 31, Bellpost Hill 78. That's over out at Victoria Park. Bellpost Hill are going to cause a big upset.
I think I know what next Thursday's article's going to be about.
Ball back in the middle of the ground now. Wilson again over the top. Elmer tries to run onto it. McDonald's there in support. He picks the ball up and goes long back into the forward line. Coming through. Davis couldn't take the mark. Gained Swenson at ground level. He kept the ball moving. Got it out wide. Teammate required. Eels, I think he was out there. Picked up. Again, they run away. I think that was O'Connor did nicely. So they free him up. Goff goes out to the outside 50. Again, the handball comes back inside to O'Connor. Got in and out of trouble, but he did get boot to ball. Ball is picked up, and again they work back inside. Swenison to Davis. Davis not too sure where he wants to go, but gave the handball back towards the boundary line over, and will be thrown back into the field of play.
I tell you what, I was just going to say that little bloke's in it again, but it wasn't. It was Jennings, and I tell you what, they've got a lot of little blokes, haven't they? They just don't look strong enough. They've got so many little wiry kids that are getting pushed off the ball in this second half.
So boundary throw-in again. It'll be Jed Evans and Luke Wilson, who has been completely dominant in this position in the second half.
Oh, you'd have to throw that in again, up. Throw it in again!
Wins a very easy possession. Hand passes forward to a teammate, but Elmer comes and intercepts from North Geelong. O'Connell breaks away again, tries to kick forward, but it dribbles off the foot. And Wilson.
To Wilson.
Down to Luke Wilson. Eels on the inside, tries to get hand passes back to a running Luke Wilson, who has a shot for goal and kicks it right over the goal umpire's head. And that just rounds off a pretty good afternoon for the former Anarchy ruckman, who has done a mighty, mighty job for the Magpies this afternoon. It is 2013, 133. Belmont something on 71. We're 20 minutes, 11:05:71. We're 20 and a half minutes into the Morris Finance last quarter, Grubby.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I might be harping on it a bit, but when a boundary umpire throws it about head high straight to a Belmont player, you've got to bring the ball back, don't you? Like,
have another go.
You know, it's not the kid's fault. He's had an ordinary throw. Bring it back and have another one. But it didn't worry North Geelong much, though. They got the ball back, took it down, and the big fella went bang.
So after he kicked the last goal, he's back on the ruck, doing the work there again.
Look at
a
that.
Nice little handball right straight to Elmer. Elmer away to Grant. And it's now Jolly that emerges with the ball, tries to pick the ball up, got the handball away, and that was okay to Bissett. Bissett goes for the handball to right to O'Connell. O'Connell takes a bounce and he steams towards the centre forward position, gave the handball away, put his teammate under pressure, will win possession back again. Well, actually not too sure whether he handballed that. High, said the umpire. I thought it was going to be a call to throw.
So did
the
I.
umpire's called advantage. Now he's going to be high. One. Yes, no. Put his head over the ball. So it's picked up by Widdowson. He got the handball away. Brockenshire is there in support. And again, this time the umpire will come in and take possession with the ball up to take place.
In the first half, the decision-making was reasonably good. But in the second half, they're handballing the blokes who have got blokes on them and standing still. And they're backwards. Haven't been good, yeah, not good enough in the second half.
So Evans tries to get the ball out of the contest. He did that nicely, got the handball away. And it went to Brown. Brown puts the ball towards full forward. Jarks picks up and kicks around the body. Jarks has number 6 for the afternoon, so that's not a bad day's work. And that will bring Belmont Lions to 12-5. And they trail North Geelong on 2014. 22 minutes gone. Morris Finance final quarter scoreboard.
Oh, I tell you what, they're lucky they got him down there. Jarks, he's been another a great player once again, and you know, on the back of a couple of ordinary decisions, it was not even a good kick to him, but he made it look good. He's a class player, and they need another one of him down there.
Be handy.
Get Bissett back into the middle and another Jarks down there, and it brings them closer to the better sides. But
I was really disappointed today because I was hoping that Ben Evans could play there all day, and they've got Jed Evans and Edwards could have done the ruck work, but they have just been non-competitive at times. It's really disappointing, and it would disappoint Nathan Bissett that North Geelong have been able to walk the thing out of the centre so often.
Yeah, look, I think there's going to be quite a few sides in the competition that are going to strike that with Wilson if he's on form, because I think on his best day, I think he's the best ruckman in the comp. He's played interleague in that position on this ground. He doesn't always play his best footy, but when he does, I think he's probably the best. Maybe I think Jarvis is pretty good at Thompson, and there's a few good ones around. Oh, you did a article about it during the week, didn't you, Rob?
Yeah, I was just saying how important they are on a day like today. It probably emphasises that because they've killed them. Tom Swenninson is the recipient of another good bit of work from Wilson in the middle of the ground, but coming forward and taking a relieving mark is Jennings. Jennings across to Bissett. Bissett kicks down the line looking for Ben Evans. He uses his strength to get himself over the ball and try and win possession. But North Geelong's defence, as Grubby said, has been desperate and committed all afternoon, and through the agency of Eels. No, it's Gerard. They've been able to hold the play up again, so it's a very good job to them. So Edwards goes up. Wilson over the top again. Punches it forward. This time there's no one there to take advantage. It's O'Connell from Belmont who runs onto the ball, gets it back to Bissett. Bissett back with a hand pass to O'Connell. O'Connell hand passes forward again to Edwards. He tries to break through. O'Connell again runs on, gets another receive, kicks into the forward line looking for Jarks. Jarks very cleverly waits over the back, runs into an open goal and kicks his 7th, and he is such a very, very good player and reader of the ball, and that was another example. He's pushing himself towards a vote. 7 goals in a... It's more than half his side score he's kicked today. They're 13-7-83 now. North Geelong career it away. 20 goals, 13, 133. 25 minutes into the Morris Finance last quarter.
Well, about four or 5 minutes ago, I was trying to think, how the hell am I going to get a Belmont player in? You like trying to get one in. I was looking at Jubber and I was looking at O'Connell, and I thought, you just can't. But in the last 2 minutes, those last 2 goals, the first goal give him half the score, and then that goal give him more than half. I think he has to push his way into votes with 7 goals.
I reckon
I think I'm going to have to.
We've spoiled some of your surprise, Grubby. Finally, the Belmont Lions win a tap-out, but Davis follows up after losing the tap-out to push the ball forward for his side. Whittison handballs forward. Coming through again is O'Connell trying to win possession. He's thrown out of the road. The little boy Wright, who's played very well this afternoon, kicks forward, but the Premier comes out and takes a relieving mark for the North Geelong side. Kicks into the middle of the ground, finds McDonald. Hand passes to a running Gerard. He steps around an opponent. Back to McDonald. McDonald kicks long into the forward line. He's landing it on Elmer's head. He does a very good job to punch it clear. Bissett comes out to Jennings. Jennings back to Bissett. And Bissett kicks down the line looking for and finding his teammate in Renton. Renton kicks into the middle of the ground for Hahn. Gerard comes through, gets a fist in just at the right time, follows up neatly, gets a hand pass across to Andrews. Andrews kicks down the line, and Mitch Habib, unopposed on the half-forward flank, marks and kicks neatly into the forward line and finds Hearn, who has had a great start to the day, gone quiet for most, kicked his 4th goal just a little while ago, and as a left footer, I reckon he'll fancy himself from this pocket to bring the North Geelong side home. 26.5 minutes. They've already kicked 20 goals, 13. He's lining up for another one. So Tom Hearn in the forward pocket. On the side to suit a left footer. He's ignored a couple of very good leads. He comes in very deliberately. Leaves the boot neatly, anything but. It's a wobbly old helicopter. Lands in the end of the square. Elmer lays a tackle on his East Belmont Lions.
Gee.
I'm lost again. I've just gone back another 15 years. Belmont Lions opponent, and we're going to have a ball up. It's Jed Evans. Wilson again over the top, gets the tap. Coming through quickly is Jolly. Jolly over the back to Hahn. Hahn out wide towards Goff. Goff dodges a tackle. Waiting for a teammate, and that teammate is Hahn, and he takes a mark in the back pocket to relieve the pressure for the Lions. Waiting for an option. He kicks long down the line. It is Lees who comes in, can't hold the mark. Gerard over the back of the pack again, wins the ball, can't get it clear. The umpire said, in fact, he didn't dispose of the ball properly.
I just can't believe that one either. I cannot believe that.
That was a bit unusual. Coming out and taking the mark is Ben Evans, who's been a reasonably good competitor for his team today. He kicks it down looking for Jarks. Brockenshire does a very good job to punch it clear. And it's the Premier who runs onto the ball and kicks it to Brent Swenninson on the half-back flank for the North Geelong side. Has Swenninson hand passes over the back of the pack and finds a teammate in Whittison. He gets it across, and Bruns has now got the ball. Bruns kicks down the line, forcing Whittison to run onto it. He does a very, very good job. Kicks it on the head of Mitch Habib. He can't quite control the ball, but he butters up beautifully. A magnificent one-handed pickup.
Oh, that's beautiful
Kicks
footy.
down the line, and Reece Tompkins takes a mark for the North Geelong side, and the follicularly challenged tall forward will go back and have a shot for goal.
You can't keep calling blokes bald-headed fellas. Now, come
I
on.
didn't.
Well, that's what it means.
I was going to ask what it meant.
There's a lot of our listeners wouldn't know what that meant, but I went to Chanel College and I do know what it meant. You call him a bald-headed bloke.
So the aforementioned follicularly challenged Reece Tompkins, he'll kick from 45-degree angle, 35 metres out, makes lovely contact. The breeze takes it around neatly, and that is the 21st goal for the North Geelong side. 21 goals, 13, 139, a long way in front of the Belmont Lions. A disappointing second half. We were so excited at half time, Grubby.
Well, it was disappointing if you're a Belmont person, but it's not disappointing if you're a North Geelong because they believe they can make the 5. And even, I know Smitty said before the game that the loser can't make the finals. Even if North Geelong had a won by three goals, 4 goals, that would have nearly put them in the same spot, wouldn't it? But now, with a win like this, I think they're back in the hunt. I think they're back in the race.
So the ball now back in the middle with the umpire. Davis back doing some ruck work. And he's going to go up against Evans. This is Jed Evans. Ball, Davis down nicely, but Hahn emerges with the ball. And he runs through the middle, takes a bounce, takes him on, gets through centre half forward, goes long towards goal. And he deserved that, but unfortunately has gone off line through for a minor score.
Someone's texted me, Smitty, bald-headed. But I haven't got his number, so I don't know who it is.
Probably the same bloke that texted you last week.
No, he would have said a few swear words in it.
So the ball now back with the Premier Andrews. And he's going to play on from that fullback position. He's got numbers short if he wants to go, but he decides to go straight down the middle. Not too sure he's going to because Hahn's going to come across and take the mark. So Hahn now looking for options outside, decides to go himself. Called the play on. He's in trouble. Got a kick short. Went to only as far as Wilson. He got the handball all the way to Bruns. Bruns through the middle of the ground. Goes long. And he's going to be looking for the Eels. Ball doesn't quite make where he is. Coming across as O'Toole. Gave him support. He got the handball away. Ends up in the hands there of Bissett. Bissett went one way, back the other. He's been able to work their team out of the trouble now. And the ball through Goff goes out towards young player in Fletcher. Fletcher got the good kick towards centre wing, and the mark's been taken out there by Renton. He looks back inside. That's also okay. And further afield to Brown. And Brown goes long, going towards Evans, and he's going to take a mark. So Evans will go back and try and kick his second goal of the quarter. And it'll be the 14th goal for the Belmont Lions.
Well, you were right, Smitty. You were right. The second message did have some colourful language in it. And yes, it is. The 89 Premiership hero, Murray Travis, once again. How he would have known it was ball, he must have had to ask someone.
The ball from Evans is a nice-looking kick off the boot, and he does have his second of the quarter, and it's their 14th of the game. They are now 14-6. They trail North Geelong on 21-14. 32 minutes gone, final quarter. Morris Finance, final quarter scoreboard.
Dale, what have Belmont Lions kicked in the last quarter?
They have kicked 6 goals, 2.
And
4 goals, 1 to North Geelong.
So they've outscored them. And they haven't looked like they've dominated to do that. So they've looked lazy at times. But some of their players, their endeavour's been good. We talked about the little fella Wright
Hahn's been good.
O'Connell. Wright's got himself back in. Hahn's got himself back into the game. So they've had a few that have had a real crack to keep them in the contest. It's very good that they're finished this way. Very
back to 8 points the difference at Thompson. Thompson have kicked a couple.
Ball
tight game.
Thrown up back in the middle of the ground, and we have Davis doing the ruck work. He wins it down, but it's Hahn that wins possession of it. Tries to burst his way out, does so. Got it to O'Connell. O'Connell needs to get the handle away. He's able to do so, so they move the ball from the centre of the ground through Brown back into the forward line. Jarks had good position, couldn't finish it off though, and again, ball now hovers around their half-forward line. I think that's Ludbrook tried to get through the contest. He got the handball out, and there's a high, says the umpire, and it's going to go a free kick. Will go back. Brockenshire now plays on, goes across goal, dangerous. But the ball is almost intercepted. Again, the numbers there with the Belmont Lions. They've got the ball. Actually, they did have it, but it's transferred back to the hands of Swenson Brent, who goes back towards centre wing, and it's O'Connell that leads in the race for the ball. And he's got plenty of time to pick up. Look, his kick was poor, went backwards of his teammate, but again, the bounce has favoured him. Goes inside the centre square. McDonald had it, he lost it, picked up there by Bissett, bit of strength, got through the contest. That's where he probably plays some good football back where he's able to look and get the ball forward, uses it nicely, and into the half-forward line, the mark has been taken. So this is Lee's, and I would think he might think himself just on range, but we'll need a very good kick. Goes to Jubba. Jubba now gives the handball away, and he kicks long towards goal, and that is a nice finish. Sean Jubba gets his first goal of the afternoon, and now the 15th for the Belmont Lions. They are 15-6, and North Geelong on 21-14. 34 minutes gone, final quarter. Morris Finance, blow the whistle, Cogsy.
Well, look, to me, that's what I love to see, and that's what I was talking about before when that young fella had the ball, knowing he couldn't kick it. Not one person ran past. So obviously Jubba, he knows he can kick that distance. I don't know whether he knows if the other bloke can or not. But he knows if he gets the ball, he can kick that distance. So he runs past. He gives an option. And as I said before, you watch Inverleigh, they got 3 or 4 blokes doing it. Bannockburn do it. They got blokes running past. And that was good footy. They've just got to do more of it across the 4 quarters.
The margin back to 43 points. We're back in the middle of the ground. The Morris Finance final quarter this is. And a free kick has been picked out. It's going to go to Hahn. Hahn gets it across, and Brown, who's come into the game after kicking that goal earlier, comes down towards the forward pocket, but that's the siren sounds to complete this game at the Keith Barclay Oval, North Geelong. 21 goals, 13, 139 the home side. Belmont Lions 15-6-96. We had a